Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here. We're doing a budget video. It's going to be short and quick, I hope, unless my math is just not going well today. But we're checking in for week 2, and my 4 categories: grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline. And then I'm going to close out week 2 because my husband got another paycheck, and what I'm doing is whatever's left over in these categories, paycheck to paycheck, I'm putting into savings. So if you saw my last video, you saw me put all the extra money that ended paycheck 2, or paycheck 2, and put it all into savings. So I have to reflect that here in this budget as well. So weekly check-in, it's going pretty good so far. Here is my layout, but here is my actual calendar where I keep all my transactions for all my purchases. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm trying to decide what I want to write on. I'm just going to get a little sticky note here. I've got these little floral or circular, I don't know, sticky notes from Erin Condren. I got one of their 25% off sales or something like that earlier this year, and I was able to snag a few of these, and I really like them. They're cute, they're bright, they're fun. I like it. So we're tracking from Friday the 6th of November to the 12th of November, and I actually have a no spend day, and I think I have a sticker for that. I have to find it real quick. But yeah, no spend day. I was surprised. I always spend something every day, whether it's online or whether it's here they are, in the store or pickup, or I don't know. So many ways to shop and so little time. But I'm trying to stay in control of my spending right now, though it is the holidays. And so I will be doing more spending. I actually just got back from furniture shopping. I did not buy furniture, but I did look at furniture for me and my son. And I went with my son. We're not getting furniture together. He needs new bedroom furniture. I am getting it for him and giving him the young man room of his dreams. He's 22. He is autistic, but he does live at home. And he does contribute to the household income with his rent every month. So he deserves bedroom furniture. So I'm really excited for him. And I think we found something he really likes, and really good, solid quality furniture. So here we go. So what we have, I'm going to track right now, is grocery household. Put a GH here. And I'm going to zoom you in, so give me 1 second, and we'll go ahead and calculate what I spent for the second week of November. Okay, here we go. So Friday the 6th, that was Papa John's, so it's restaurant. Walmart, grocery household right here. So I spent, get my calculator on, $85.86. Just did a grocery run. Actually, I think, I don't know if it's this one or one of the other ones, but it was this one. It was that last Thursday. I did my first Walmart grocery pickup. I have never done that before, so that was kind of cool. And I'm excited to do another one next week. So I know I'm behind the times, but that's okay. Let's see. That was miscellaneous. Food Lion. Okay. $29.19. And then that is it. I had 2 transactions. Check my notes. $115.05 is what I spent. So I'm just going to put on my notes here, $115.05. There we go. Now we're going to restaurants. Check in with restaurants here. So every Friday's pizza night. So we have Papa John's, $30.72. I am picking up a little bit more on my spending that I normally hadn't been doing since my husband left, but that's okay. So that just tells me I'm feeling better and willing to go out a little bit and do things and not just sit stuck at home all the time. So I think my mental health is improving, even though I'm spending and I probably shouldn't. I'm getting a little bit back to my normal. So Panera, I just picked up some breakfast. I was out and about, and it was early in the morning, and I was hungry. So I went ahead and got some Panera. I got a sandwich and a drink. And that was it, I think. That's all I did. Yeah, that's all I did for restaurants for that week. So we have 38 for restaurants. 64. It's a low spending week. which is why I had so much money left over in my paycheck to paycheck budget left over in my spending categories. It was awesome. So I got to save a lot of money. So next is miscellaneous. So miscellaneous. Alrighty. So I have no miscellaneous over here, but I do have some miscellaneous here. Now this, I spent $10 on myself and $40.62 went to buying a bunch of small items for something called Operation Christmas Child, which is right here. Now these, we bought enough to fill 2 boxes for this charity. It's part of Franklin Graham's charities and Samaritan Purse and Operation Christmas Child and all that. And what it is you buy a bunch of stuff and school supplies and toys and whatever, and put it in this beautiful box, and you either pick a boy or a girl, and then you pick the age group. It goes up to 14 years, school age, and you just send them some stuff, and they get it for Christmas, and they get loved on, and they get poured into, and I absolutely love doing it. We're doing it with Trail Life, which is my son's organization that he's part of. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And we got things like, it's not Jenga, it's a smaller version. It's a box about like that long. I'm sorry, you can't see it on the camera, about that, like this, really thick and heavy wooden blocks, but it's just like Jenga, but it's like a generic brand. Or toy cars and school supplies and puzzles, and I think I sent them Uno cards and things like that. So we got quality stuff, even though it's Dollar General, but it was stuff that a kid would love if they were in there. So I hope they really like it. So Dollar General, let's see, I bought some Etsy stickers. These were downloadable, and you can cut yourself, I think. So that's what that is. So $6 and then $18. They were $9 a box to ship. All these things that we're shipping, and you get to track and see what country they go to, if it's allowed to be mentioned. So last year's, ours wasn't allowed to be mentioned because it was a war-torn country, and yeah, that kind of thing. Dollar Tree here, I went and got party supplies for a friend's birthday, for home group night, and that was pretty awesome. Amazon, I bought rechargeable batteries for my son's controllers, for his PlayStation or his Switch. I can't remember which. He's got all kinds of gaming stuff. So we spent $122.23. So write that down, $122.23. And yeah, that is all I really spent. It wasn't very much. I usually spend way more than this, but like I said, my husband is out to sea. So I'm going to turn the page here, and I am going to do the weekly check-in part. So here's my weekly check-in page. You can see half of it. This is where we left off last week. We had $102.68 that carried over to this week. This time, we're not carrying a balance over. I'm just going to make a note off to the side, put in savings. And then I'm going to start with just our budgeted amounts that I came up for the weeks over here on, see if you can see all this, on this side. I always pre-plan how much I'm going to spend each week based on the number of days and based on how I spend. I give myself more at the beginning of the month because that's usually when I do my big grocery runs, and less towards the end of the month. So that's what I'm going to base my numbers on for week 3. But for right now, we're going to do week 2, and I'm actually going to pop this page out because it's just easier to write. And if you've ever had a disc system for budgeting or any planning, I'm going to move my camera a little bit here. There we go. Then you know is how awesome it is to take the pages out and just write without the coil or the discs on this side. So, especially if you're right-handed, it's pretty awesome. So let's take our spending and let's go ahead and write it down here. So I spent $115.05, $38.64, and miscellaneous $122.23. And if you saw my paycheck to paycheck, you would know I went way over in miscellaneous, but I did not spend any in gas. I actually just bought gas yesterday. So I had plenty of money to cover the overage, but you know, that's how it went. So that's what I did. Let's go ahead and calculate grocery household here. I gave myself $360 left for the pay period. 87 minus the 11505. There we go. I left myself with $245.82. And then my restaurants, I gave myself $226.01, and I subtract out $38.64. Oops. Let me make sure I do that again. 226.01 minus 38.64 equals, all right, I had 187.37 here. And then, let's see. Now I have $40.80 budgeted for my miscellaneous. So obviously I went over. Oh shoot, I did it again. So I had $40.80 budgeted for miscellaneous. And so I'm going to subtract that. The 122.23 will give me a negative number of 81.43. I'm not sure if that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right, so, whoops, wrong pen. 81.43. And then my balance here was $100. So obviously I had enough in all these transactions to cover this overage out of all of these spending here. Okay, so I'm going to total these two columns up, and let's get started. So 5, 8, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this one was $275.92. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to balance this one. So 245.82 plus 17.37 minus 81.43 plus 100. That gives us $451.76. So let's see if I add these two numbers. Let's see if it gives me that budgeted amount. So 275.92. Yes, it does. So if I add this and this, I get this. If I take this and subtract that, I get the same balance. So backwards and forwards, it works. I'm in budget. Now I'm going to make a note to myself, put in savings. All right. So that means when I start this week, we are going to not carry over these balances, because my goal is paycheck to paycheck, put as much money into savings as possible. Now, when it goes into savings, if I absolutely need it, if something comes up, guess what? I have it there in savings. I'm not that worried about it. So it's just something new I'm trying and see if it works. And I'm going to go from there. So for my week 3 totals for the budget is $200 for week 3. For grocery household, I'm going to give myself $150 for restaurants, which this one, I've been going out to eat a little bit more. I just took the boys out today and and Thursday and, you know, and Friday, and just getting out a little bit. We needed it though. All right, so $125, and then gasoline, that gives me $50 for gasoline. There we go. So those are my new balances for my new spending coming up for week 3, and I am ready to go. So this is pretty exciting. I mean, I'm staying within budget. I like staying in budget. I know we spend more when my husband's home than when he's gone, but you know, when he is gone, it's kind of nice sometimes. So we'll see how it changes when he comes back. So I'm going to zoom you out and I'll be right back. There we go. So that was the weekly check-in. It was easy peasy, quick. Not much going on here. Yeah, just a quiet week at home, quiet week. I think a lot of the reason I haven't really spent is I'm kind of nervous too. Next week I'll be going, or my son will be going back to school. And yeah, so I'm just kind of sitting home, sitting tight. So I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.